everyone, welcome to Match Commentary. Today we have Hazel and Dave commentating on their nail-biting mixed team bronze medal match at the European Para Archery Champs back in 2018. So welcome to you both. How are you today?
Pretty good, thank you. The sun is shining. What's not to like?
Yeah, all good here as well.
Awesome. So this event, obviously, it's a European event. What did this event mean to the both of you?
It was a big deal to us, wasn't it, Dave? Because we hadn't shot together for a little while, and European events are, third in the top rated because you go European, Worlds, Paralympics, so it's a big, massive event. And this one was well covered by media and things, so it was a real buzzing event.
Dave,
it was, I remember. Yeah, well, it was a real warm event, so the weather was hot. The sun was shining. There was no wind. It was a fantastic opportunity to perform to our best.
It was glorious, wasn't it? I think it was one of the hottest days of the year.
Well, I had to be cooled down throughout the tournament. I was overheating, but
David Phillips and Hazel Chasty. David Phillips lives around 6 miles from where I live, and for a while I was coaching him, so I shall be watching this match with great interest. And,
this is the scary bit, when they're taking your bows out there and you're hoping they're in the right place and nobody's knocked your clicker out of position or anything like that. Because you're sat round the back in a tent, and it was really hot, wasn't it, Dave?
Thank you.
Absolutely, yeah, boiling. But I remember the practice field is just to the left in front of the cathedral.
Yeah.
And it was on a downward slope, so I know I mentioned to Hazel at the time, I'm very mindful of the fact that if when we practice and we try and get our arrows in the middle, when we come down onto the finals field when it's on the flat, we might get that right-hand side of the target where your bow naturally straightens up.
We'd been analysing it, hadn't we, through the day, of where people were hitting from their first few shots off the practice field, where they were hitting.
It's obviously the most important thing to have confidence in that first arrow, where it lands in the target, to be able to make adjustments. And if you don't have the best shot you could, we often, me and Hazel, talk to each other and say, is there any wind, or did you shoot in the middle, or did you aim left? So we can communicate between us, although we don't always look like it.
And also just how
it's kind of outside of your mouth sometimes, isn't it? Because you're aware you're being recorded and it can pick up words. So do not swear on camera, things like that. At this point, you're trying to walk on like 10 men. You're trying to walk on like champions. So there's the Turks there waving like champions, and we get to wave next, and we're just trying to stand really proud and go, this is ours. This is ours. A couple of fist bumps there.
I tried to zone out a little bit, so because the crowd is roaring. The Turks had a phenomenal team supporting them. So did the British.
Theirs was massive. Yeah, massive team. And they were right next to us, weren't they, the Turks? Just to the left of us, ours were further down the field, so you could hear them roaring.
Yeah. So this is settle down, calm the nerves. Hazel get in her zone.
Yeah. Get my Freya on.
Yeah, Viking Freya.
So although we work well together, me and Dave, we work in different ways. Dave has to stay chilled and stay focused into the game. I have to be really wound up and get my fierce head on and almost in this create a new persona for myself. So we can see they're shooting right, and we expected them to shoot right there.
Well, if they didn't follow, so obviously we got some experience in this as well, because we've shot on different surfaces. And we've watched and studied other people, especially at, say, an Olympic Games, where they start off shooting low right, depending on the condition. So hopefully they got it wrong, and
since I think around
we got it right.
2013. Didn't go to Rio Paralympics because she had been...
First shot's always the hardest, but you can see we're not quite as far right as they were there, because we've been watching people go right on their first few shots.
But she's here, and...
so I'll be saying to Dave, I aimed on, it's gone slightly right.
Yeah, there was very little wind,
yeah.
But we're both slightly high now. Do we think, right, that is our perfect shot, now do we move our sight slightly? That's the conundrum we're both faced with.
Yeah, or is it just the excitement? Maybe you've just pull the bow a little bit harder and try to make that shot extra special. They're still going right, so they haven't picked up on that slight breeze there that we've been watching.
So they have thought, oh, we both shot right, but shall we move our sights? And they probably didn't, you know, and they've lost an end, or they've given us the opportunity to win an end, because they got a great group, mind, but it's that slope thing that we were practicing on.
And I think
so my shot's almost robotic for me. Robotic flow, I call it. So I like to be in exactly the right place, as all archers do. But some people are more fluid. Mine's more robotic. A little bit high again there.
Yeah, well, like I said, it's 70 meters.
Dave knows he only needs a couple of points there.
We used to find when I was coaching him,
pulling my
his release wasn't great.
funny face.
Works there, doesn't it? Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Still got it.
I know, I pulled it off right. I think I might have held on a little longer than I should have.
Too much kissage. So that Dave needs to be kept cool. I need to be left alone. So the coach there, Coach Burgess there, she knows that what each of us need. So she'll leave me alone to sum up my own thoughts and stay in character. And Dave needs to be kept calm and told to breathe and kept cool because he suffers from heat exhaustion a little bit there, don't you, mate?
Yeah, my condition makes the heat really intense. My core temperature apparently stays quite normal, but the perception of the heat was like burning. So I try to keep as calm and as cool as I can. So yeah, I'm having a bit of a cooling off there from the coach, Charlotte Burgess.
Here we go again. And we know we can do this. We're confident. But we never say, we've got this, because that's a fool's errand.
Yeah, it's not over till it's over. You can't lay up or relax at any moment in time. We've had, previously in the Europeans, we've had me and Hazel have done really well in the Switzerland Europeans, where we won a bronze medal.
Yeah, we're not bad, are we?
Well, we're a good team, definitely. We know how to pull it out.
Yeah, we communicate well, don't we?
In fact,
yeah. I find it easier to talk to you. I only suggest, I never tell. So if I think, oh, you know, aim a bit higher, aim a bit lower, Hazel do her own thing. But I can't seem to remember where my last 3 hours went. So if I want to make an adjustment, whether it's a sight map adjustment or whether I just want to aim in a different place on the target, I rely on Hazel to try and tell me where my group was.
And friendship is really important to the performance.
So it looks like the Turks have made an adjustment, right to left, but obviously they've gone a bit high on this occasion.
Just a couple of seconds to settle in there.
Now I can't take my arrow out of my quiver until Hazel gives me the hands up. Go.
I'm a bit quick on that hands up. I need to finish my shot better, but it's a decent shot.
Yeah, and your grouping is fantastic.
We're still high. Thank you, mate.
Yeah.
Come on now, Dave. Concentrate on that hand.
Yeah, but it's only when you watch it back you really take in where everything is, you know.
Nice, Dave. 10 in there.
Oh,
we call Dave the delivery man because when we need a 10, Dave will pull out a 10.
I do my best. I don't.
It's that trust in each other as well, isn't it? And there's no animosity. If somebody puts in a shot that's lackluster, the other person doesn't blame them for it. You know, we all have. Unless you shoot a 10 on every single arrow, you can't look at your teammate and say you've made a bad shot. Because if you haven't put every single one in a 10, then you can't judge.
Well, you can only do your best.
He's got the strangest shot, that Turkish fella, but he seems to be able to get him in there.
Yeah, his release is worse than mine.
Worse than yours.
I'm working on my release. Yours is brilliant. It's so strong.
It's better than that at the moment. Thank you, mate. Right, I think we've got this end already now.
Well, you can see the group, yes.
I think you need 6 to get this end. And what happens after this end is I'm struggle to stay into character because I'm getting excited now. Yeah, Dave's popped a 10 in, I'm getting excited, and Charlotte has to tell me to calm down, and all the coaches have got permission to treat me like a toddler and say, calm the heck down. They get too excited, and they need to get back into character.
So yeah, we're in a good position. We know we're shooting well. We're 4-0 up, but like I said, you can't think we've got this because you haven't. Because it needs to be either 6-0 or 6-4 to us.
I think given the level of experience of both the archers involved, Dave is very experienced, but Hazel, of course, hasn't had as much experience. I think that
massive Turkish team clapping there in the background. Brits are right next to them, but we've only got a little sprinkling there, haven't we?
Yeah, fantastic. And the views. I got some very tall buildings in front of me, like 4 or 5 story buildings, so I haven't really got a lot to look at. But in that, I don't really. I just want to chill out.
If I recall correctly, David Tillotson climbed to the top of that church and hung a flag out in the very top window at that match. Do you remember?
Yeah, I do remember. I do remember somebody telling him that he wasn't allowed to do it as well.
Yeah, but he slipped past the guards and just hung the British flag out at the top of the spire.
Okay.
When they put that 10 in, I start to worry because it's like, oh, they've found their shot now. Whereas they were all over the place before. Now they've found the shot. Now we're going to have to make sure we're on our game.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think Turkey.
It's a pretty good feeling when they take their first shot and maybe they've got an outer red. It gives you that little bit more confidence that you shouldn't have to try too hard. Same shot every time.
I'm pretty sure I apologised to you for that shot there, Dave. It just shook me a little bit when they started popping him in nicely because I was so certain that they were shooting that bad that we were going to have a 6-0 win.
So the pressure was on, probably.
Pressure pumps up now, yeah.
He held that a little too long.
Yeah, so I've gone wide as well. So, although they're both not far away.
Yes,
no,
very much so.
Red or better is what we say sometimes, isn't it?
Absolutely. You can see that they're making the most of this end.
Yeah, they know they've got a foot in the door here.
Fantastic, so I wouldn't aim at target for a very long time because I'd start wobbling around. But if you're somebody who's very strong, very solid.
So we got 36 to them, 15 to us. So we know we can't win this end.
We can't win this end, so that end's gone. So now it's time to resettle. See me taking deep breaths there. Just make a good shot.
Practice arrows now.
It's a practice arrow, yeah, exactly.
Time to calm down.
And be the same rhythm always. So as a coach, I would.
Well, it's a good practice arrow.
Well, yeah. It's good for confidence. You can have a practice arrow and calm down. It's inconsequential really because you can't win you the end and it still goes in the goal. That's a nice feeling.
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried at this point because I've just put 2 out wide to the right. I know we couldn't have won, but
I'm so sorry.
Where's my centre gone? I think it's down to my release being inconsistent.
They do.
Taking breaths, I think, as well. Taking some nice deep breaths. It was so hot, so you're out there. And it's not a long time for a match, but when it's baking heat, there's no shade. You're under pressure, so you probably your heart rate's up a little bit anyway. And your temperature rises quite quickly.
Well, we've waited most of the day for this.
Yeah.
Obviously, we had a couple of ends, 2 or 3 ends of practice before it on a slope, which wasn't ideal, but.
Yeah, I think this was 2 o'clock in the afternoon, something like that. It was late. It was after lunch, about 1:30, 2 o'clock. So it was a hot part of the day as well.
Going into your next match,
it's still all to play for.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, we're still 4-2 up.
Managed to close the match down, as it were.
So we don't. I mean, although there is a score there, 4-2, and we're aware of it, but obviously we're just trying to make those 2 arrows each be the best arrows we can.
Always have the same reserves to draw on, the same experience.
But what we don't do is say, you've got this, you know, easy. Because it's not easy. The last arrow's got to go in as focused as the first arrow.
And we have shot against this pair previously on a few occasions.
Yeah, we know they're beatable. We've beat them a few times. They're nice people, actually, but you're not friendly to them on the day. On the day, it's all staring each other down and a bit of psychology going on there. A little bit of posing, standing strong and giving nothing away.
Yeah, they've definitely found their centre.
No difference to me at all.
And they're taking advantage of it.
Actually, the only time you notice it is when you're not shooting. When you are shooting, you're so focused on aiming in the middle of the target and doing your shot properly that it's you don't really notice anything.
Still a very central shot, but a little high, maybe a bit of
my heart will be going
pressure.
My heart will be going 10 to the dozen now. I'll be thinking, oh my God, I was getting so excited before, and we could lose this because I've got too excited, and I'll be blaming myself. And Dave put that 7 in there, and he'll be blaming himself. But neither of us will say it to the other. We know I would never blame Dave. Dave would never blame me. But we blame ourselves, and we feel like we ourselves haven't done all we can.
Well, the other team seems to be using, centrally the target. But obviously, if you look at our previous arrows on the target, I don't think we got anything left of the X. Oh, another good end from.
Yeah, and now we know it's going to a shoot-off. So these are definite practice arrows. My face is like thunder now because I'm thinking, oh my God, this is a shoot-off again in the European Championships with Dave. That's the last time we had to have a shoot-off. And we both put a 10 in and won it. I know we're going to have to do something like that again now.
I think we're
getting a reputation, Dave. We're getting a reputation.
I need to make this a good one because I need to know that when it comes to the shoot-off, I'm lucky enough.
Yeah.
Put it in the middle.
It is a nice one.
It's a good shot.
So that gives you the confidence.
Yeah.
Wow.
So there's quite a long delay now between the next end because they've got to change the target faces, clean faces for a head-to-head match.
I think,
nice clean faces.
One of the most exciting things for the crowd. I used to like shoot-off when I competed.
Pep talk now from Charlotte.
I think there's something about having a sport.
She'll be telling us to breathe, stay calm. It's a normal shot, same shot as you always take. Don't try and put anything extra into it.
Has to be the perfect arrow.
I know some of the coaches speaking to him after that he was so anxious about this head-to-head.
An easy win, I think.
They're all rooting for us, obviously. There's a lot of noise in the crowd as well.
There is, yeah. And one thing I do remember is I've been working hard on this Freya persona that I was just telling you about. That's when it first came into play. First time to have Freya out of the box, if you like, on a major event. And the psychologist, Rich Collins, he was in the audience and he shouted to me, because we used this shooting off the front of the Viking longboat, if you like, and he's shouting to me, "Get on the front of that boat!" And you might even hear him over the crowd, I'm not sure, but it really G's me up at that point. I really need it. Pulls me back into the Freya mode.
So you'll see Pippa Britton there commentating, who was my Welsh manager as I was approaching the Paralympic Games in Rio. She was helping me.
Here's when I say to Charlotte Burgess, choose an arrow for me. Choose me an arrow.
Yeah, and I normally sit on a stool, but my legs are aching, and so I stood up and tried stretching, trying to calm down. I don't really suffer with nerves, but I do get disappointed in myself if I don't do the best I can.
Yes, fresh target. They put a fresh target so that if there's any problem with a line cutter or something like that.
Same as before, the Turks to go first.
My heart's beating fast now just thinking about this, just feeling exactly how I felt at that moment. I felt confident, and I had a hold of that arrow that Charlotte had chosen.
I'm probably at this point thinking, don't put it in the middle, don't put it in the middle. Not me, them. One thing you can't ever predict is what other people do.
My heart's racing. Right now it's racing. At home watching this.
It's a good start.
And it was a good shot.
As soon as I pull it, I'm not kidding about this. As soon as I pull this arrow out of my quiver and put it in, I know this is going in the 10. I'm just filled with an absolute feeling of this is going to be the best arrow I've ever shot.
Boosh.
Wow, great shot.
Boosh in the 10.
There it goes. So.
And I don't care now. I don't care if we win or lose because I've done all I can to help our team win. It's down to Dave now, and if we win or lose, that's okay. I don't mind.
Yeah.
As long as I didn't lose it for us.
Oh no, like I said, we're a team, so.
Wow,
we are a team, but.
Right, wow. So they've really put the pressure on now. So it's a 10 to win. This happened in the previous European Games in Switzerland.
10 to win.
10s in.
And 9 won't do it because their 10's closer.
A lot of pressure.
It has to be in the middle. I'm holding a bit long.
Oh,
That's beautiful.
Done, Dave.
Oh, I know, but it's such a long cut that it doesn't matter.
I've got hold of him because I know already it's a 10. We always get a backwards hug from me.
I'm so pleased for you.
Yeah,
I'm in
there
the air.
you go.
David just pointed at you.
I think I was shouting, yes, mate, because Charlotte and I have been using this yes, mate term because I'm obviously a northerner. And we've been giving it all, yes, mate, every time a good shot went in. So I was screaming that with my arm in the air.
I felt great because I knew we made the team
It really was a fantastic match.
great. We made the coaches and we made Britain great.
Yeah, I remember Tom Duggan saying to us afterwards that was the first out of his seat archery moment.
I think he will treasure that one for.
And I felt proud that we'd given that to him, that we made him jump out of his seat. Yeah, well, that was a fantastic match. I'll never forget that, Dave. What a team, eh? What a team.
Fantastic, yeah, and to be again one day.
Yeah, let's see that in the Paralympics, hey? Not a bronze though, let's have a gold.
I probably still can't believe it at this point.
Yeah, I think I'm on the verge of tears now, going around the back, hugging all the coaches. Yeah, can't quite believe it. Because you let go of all this tension you've had for the past 20 minutes, well, the past day or two really, and it just all comes flooding out. And you might have a tear, you'll be laughing. I don't know. You'll either go quiet or you'll go bonkers. Lots of people are coming up behind and hugging you. The next match has already started, but you're there. Feel like a superstar, don't you, Dave?
Absolutely, go. Well, privileged.
Yeah. Privileged, that's definitely a good word for it.